I ain't give a fuck. But that time, the actions that I did during the time that I was acting that way helped me realize, like, bro, you wrong. You know what I mean? You just wrong. Just get out the way and go back to your mission. Go back to your mission. Leave that alone. But I am happy with everything. I want the best. I've accepted.
You're right, nigga. I make you look good. Look at the bitch I don't care. Look at the bitch I'm a ups. I'm a fucker. Matter of fact, oh, look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna fuck them anyways. All you gotta do is get fucking drunk. Gonna throw you that for 2,000. Just gotta survive out here.
Now listen, I don't think he's playing family, man, and I sure don't think he's sitting quiet either. Cause y'all already heard about that little Instagram stunt Offset just pulled. Baby, the internet couldn't breathe for hours after this one. So here's what happened. This man hopped on Instagram out of nowhere and dropped a post of Maury Povich himself. Yep, the king of daytime drama, the man behind the legendary line, "You are not the father." And then boom, 30 minutes later, Offset snatched it down like it never existed. But y'all know how this game goes. When a celeb posts something and deletes it fast, that's not an accident. That's a loaded message. And trust me, the streets caught it quick. People were like, wait a minute, what's Offset really trying to say with this Maury move? The theory started spinning wild. Some swore he was throwing shade at Cardi's youngest daughter, Blossom. Others claimed he was hinting that Cardi might be pregnant again, but not by him. And yes, Stefon Diggs' name kept popping up in those whispers too.
Now don't get it twisted. Offset knew exactly what he was doing. That wasn't just some random meme, that was a shot fired. And here's where it gets even messier. Gossip of the City screenshotted that post before it vanished and spilled the tea. According to them, Offset didn't just wake up trolling with Maury clips. Nah, 2 weeks back during his mediation with Cardi, he straight up requested a DNA test for Blossom. Whew, let me sip this tea real quick because that's heavy. Think about it. This man is divorcing Cardi, emotions are on 10, and now he's straight up questioning if their youngest daughter is even his. Some folks swear he's just doing it to spite her, dragging her deeper into the drama. But others believe he's dead serious, especially since we can't forget. Cardi herself admitted she cheated while pregnant with Blossom. Yeah, she said it loud and proud, no hesitation, and now look where we at. So when Offset dropped that Maury post, people instantly connected the dots. They were like, oh, so this is what he's on? Was he hinting the DNA test already came back and told a story? Or was he sending a warning shot, letting the world know he's got doubts and receipts waiting in the cut? Either way, the mess was undeniable, and the internet wasted zero time clowning it. Memes everywhere, folks saying, not Offset turning his own daughter into a Maury moment. But let's keep it real. If he truly doesn't believe Blossom is his, that's not just shading Cardi, that's putting his own child under the world's microscope. That's reckless, and it's cruel too, especially knowing how savage social media can be when kids get dragged into the fire. Still, if we're being honest, Offset been moving bitter ever since Cardi filed that divorce paperwork, so him playing these petty games online, not surprising at all. The real question is, does he actually have something explosive to reveal, or is he just flexing Maury memes because he's hurt? Either way, that DNA storm is brewing, and you already know it's about to get even messier. Now let's get into the real dirt, the DNA test. Because Offset wasn't just clowning on Instagram for a couple likes, no way. According to reports, this man straight up demanded a DNA test for Blossom during his mediation with Cardi. And y'all know mediation ain't supposed to be messy, it's about divorce logistics. Who's getting what? Custody schedules, splitting the bags, all that. But Offset showed up like, forget the coins, run me the swab. Now some people want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe he just wants peace of mind. Maybe he's genuinely unsure. But let's not pretend we don't know what this is really about. Cardi admitted herself, clear as day, that she cheated while pregnant with Blossom. Yeah, she said it out loud, no stuttering, and ever since then, that little confession been living rent-free in Offset's head. So now, with divorce papers floating in the air, Offset's like, cool, let's really see who the daddy is. And don't play. Y'all can't tell me this timing ain't strategic. This ain't about curiosity. This is about leverage. He's trying to flip the script, embarrass Cardi, shake her image in court, and let everybody know he ain't the only one walking around with dirt on his name. And the symbolism? Whew! Offset didn't just post a random video, he posted Maury. Y'all already know Maury is the international code for DNA drama. That was a loud public shot fired. He wanted everybody watching to feel the heat. Ain't nobody seeing Maury Povich pop up on their feed and thinking about anything other than those 4 famous words. You are not the father? Maury is the worldwide stamp for paternity drama, period. So when Offset dropped that, the message wasn't just shady, it was crystal clear. I don't trust you, Cardi, and I don't trust this baby situation either. But here's the twist. When folks pulled up pictures of Blossom next to Offset, the internet started laughing like, "Sir, the baby is your twin. What are we even doing here?" And boom, that's where the convo split right down the middle. One side of the internet was dragging Offset hard, saying he's just a bitter soon-to-be ex who's out here weaponizing Maury memes
You are
to get
not
under
the
Cardi's
father.
skin.
That man is the
But
universal
the other
meme
side
for
clapped back like, hold up. Cardi did admit she cheated, so maybe Offset just wants receipts for his own peace of mind. Now, let's keep it real. We don't know what's happening behind those closed doors. Maybe Offset genuinely has doubts. Maybe he's just being spiteful because the divorce cut deep. But one thing's for sure. Blasting this drama through cryptic posts and quick deletes made the situation 10 times uglier. Cause this ain't just about Cardi anymore, this is about Blossom. Imagine growing up and seeing your own daddy out here hinting to the world that he ain't believe you were his. That's heavy, and that's painful. Still, Offset ain't no rookie to the internet game. He knows exactly how to push the right buttons. That Maury post was chess, not checkers, and just like that, the blogs went wild. Now the only thing everybody's waiting on, the actual DNA results. And when they hit, whew, whether Offset's right or dead wrong, the fallout is about to be straight nuclear. Now wait a second, cause while Offset out here tossing Maury memes and questioning babies, the street's been buzzing about his own dirt. And let me tell you, this tea right here is giving straight daytime telenovela vibes. Word floating around is that Offset allegedly been creeping with the house help. Yeah, not a rapper, not a model, not even some random IG baddie, the house help. And if that's true, whew, that's not just messy, that's reckless. How you gonna question paternity on your wife's child when you allegedly sneaking around with the same people working under your roof? That's giving straight pot meat kettle energy. Like, sir, how you pointing fingers when your own hands ain't exactly clean? Now, let's be clear. These house help rumors didn't just pop up yesterday. They've been floating around for a while. Fans online swear they caught subtle hints, like when certain staff suddenly stopped showing up at Cardi's house, or when she'd hop on live ranting about loyalty and betrayal without dropping names. People connected the dots like, hold up, who else could she be shading? So when Offset pulled that Maury stunt, it didn't just spark questions about Cardi, it actually made folks side-eye him harder. Like maybe he's deflecting because his own dirt might be close to bubbling up. And here's the kicker. Some blogs claim this alleged house help situation is exactly why Offset's so loud about that DNA test. They're saying he's trying to flip the script, so when his own skeletons fall out the closet, he can play the, well, Cardi cheated too. Look, I even had to check if the baby was mine card. Whew, the mental gymnastics are wild, but let's keep it real. This is getting uglier by the second. Cardi and Offset's marriage been looking like a soap opera since the very beginning. Public cheating scandals, messy fallouts, dramatic makeups, and breakups that had the whole world watching. It's almost like they keep receipts in their back pockets, ready to drop them just to one-up each other whenever things get ugly. So if Offset really did cross that line with somebody working inside their own house, oh baby, that's not just divorce court drama, that's lawsuit territory. We're talking employment laws, NDAs getting shredded, power imbalance accusations, the whole messy package. And of course, the internet wasted no time dragging him. The memes went crazy, folks joking like, Offset couldn't even keep it industry, he had to keep it in-house. Others were already betting on Cardi clapping back the way she knows best, through a verse. You know she don't bite her tongue, so imagine her sliding the alleged house help into a bar just to get her lick back. That would break the internet overnight. Now picture this circus. Offset out here questioning Cardi's daughter, Cardi side-eyeing Offset over the house help whispers, and both of them scrambling to spin the story so neither one looks like the villain. It's giving full-blown mess Olympics, and trust me, neither of them is winning gold. At this point, fans don't even know who to believe. Is Offset actually exposing something real, or is he just tossing smoke bombs to distract from his own skeletons creeping out? Either way, we got two ticking time bombs on the table, the DNA test and the house help rumors. And when both of those blow, whew, this divorce might end up making his and Kanye's split look like light work. Now let me tell you, when I say this divorce is about to be one for the history books, I am not exaggerating. Offset and Cardi been through chaos before, but this round, baby, they're both pulling out nuclear weapons. Let's start with Cardi. She might crack jokes on IG, but when it comes to her reputation, she's dead serious. This woman built her brand from the strip club to reality TV to full-blown global superstar, and she knows better than anyone. The court of public opinion can either crown you or crush you. So when Offset started hinting Blossom might not even be his, best believe Cardi caught that shade instantly. And ain't no way she's about to let him frame her as some reckless baby mama while he's allegedly sneaking around with the house help. Cardi knows how to fight dirty if she has to, and Offset just lit a fire under her. What makes this wilder is how the internet split right down the middle. Team Offset is like, he got every right to ask for a DNA test. She admitted she cheated. Meanwhile, Team Cardi clapped back, sir, you've been caught cheating a dozen times over. You don't get to play victim now? Both sides swear they've got the winning argument, but here's what barely anybody's talking about. The kids. Blossom too young to understand any of this, but one day, she's gonna be old enough to scroll online and see her own daddy basically saying, I don't know if that's really mine. That ain't just gossip. That's trauma disguised as entertainment, and it's permanent. And let's not forget, all of this drama ain't just playing out on social media. It's unfolding in divorce court too. Offset requesting that DNA test during mediation? That wasn't about peace of mind, that was a calculated move. See, that's the real strategy. If Offset can prove Cardi cheated while pregnant and even put paternity into question, that flips the whole table in court. Custody, child support numbers, even spousal support. Everything gets reshuffled. That's not checkers, that's straight chess. But let's be clear, Cardi ain't no rookie at this game. She's already got her army of fans rallying, and the Barty gang, they'll turn Twitter into a full-blown war zone the second they feel Offset trying to smear her name. And if those house help rumors ever grow legs, Cardi won't even need to do much. All she gotta do is hop on Live, drop a few loaded words about betrayal, and boom, the internet will drag Offset to the ground. Meanwhile, Offset been leaning hard on the sympathy angle. Posting cryptic stories, deleting them quick, liking shady tweets, playing the role of the hurt husband who just wants the truth. But the internet too sharp for that act, and now people are side-eyeing him like, if it's that serious, why you tossing subliminals instead of handling this behind closed doors? At this point, this divorce ain't even about love lost. It's about who wins the public relations war, who's walking out painted as the victim, and who's stamped the villain. And with DNA drama boiling on one side and house help whispers swirling on the other, it's anybody's guess who's ahead right now. But one thing's guaranteed. Once this hits the courtroom and the results drop, whew, the blogs, the timelines, the fan pages, everybody's gonna eat this story alive. Everybody's gonna feast off this one. Let's talk about the fallout, cause baby, when that DNA test finally drops, whew, somebody's walking out with bragging rights and somebody's swallowing humble pie in front of the whole internet. If the test proves Blossom is Offset's daughter, and let's be real, that baby already looks like his twin, then Offset's in for a storm. Not just smoke from Cardi, but flames from the fans too. People gon' say, so you really dragged your own daughter through Maury memes, doubted her existence, all for the world to watch, just to find out you were the daddy the whole time? That's not just embarrassing, that's a permanent crack in his family man image. You can't talk loyalty, legacy, and fatherhood while publicly questioning your own child. And that scar? Blossom gonna carry that into her teenage years, and the internet never forgets. Now flip it. If the results somehow come back saying Blossom ain't his, oh, that's a whole different storm. Cardi's empire would take a brutal hit, no question. She's built her brand on being real, raw, and unfiltered. And if the public believes she knowingly passed off another man's baby as offsets, whoo, cancel culture gonna be sharpening their knives with both hands. But here's the twist. Cardi is resilient. She's the type to own it, cry on IG Live, spin the narrative, and still turn the scandal into a chart-topping diss track. That's just who she is. Messy, unfiltered, but always bouncing back bigger. No matter how this plays out, the fallout is set to shake hip-hop and the internet like nothing we've seen in a minute. And let's not forget, those house help allegations are still lurking in the background. Even if Offset comes out clean on the DNA test, those whispers about him creeping with staff are gonna keep his name messy. This marriage isn't just ending in divorce, it's ending in a tit-for-tat blame game where both sides are airing each other out in ways you can't ever sweep under the rug. And the saddest part, the kids are front row for the whole circus. Culture, Blossom, and the little ones, they never asked for this. They didn't sign up to have their parents' marriage dissected on Shade Room, Twitter Spaces, and TikTok like it's a heavyweight fight. Every shady IG story, every rumor, every leaked court doc, it's all creating receipts that'll live online forever. And one day when those kids hit their teens and start Googling their parents, whew, they're gonna see it all. That's why the real battle ain't just in court, it's in their legacies. Cardi gotta protect her image as the unbothered queen who stays real no matter what. Offset gotta prove he's more than the bitter ex, throwing subliminals and playing victim. And right now, neither of them is really winning. But here's the thing, scandals don't always kill careers, it's how you flip them. Offset might drop an album painting himself as the heartbroken father searching for truth. Cardi might fire back with a viral single that turns her pain into power. Either way, the fallout is about to feed blogs, fan wars, and group chats for months on end. So buckle up. This DNA test might be about Blossom, but the real drama? It's about Cardi and Offset's entire future. And once those results hit the streets, there's no going back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And I'll catch you in the next one.